Sam Roberts, after the game with Bristol, I managed to catch up with the Anglian Fastest man of the match, James Stevenson. Well, I just asked you in the marquee, what positives do we take out of that? That was a very tough day to be a Blues player and a Blues fan.
Yeah, it's difficult to find positives, especially after a loss like that. I'd say towards the end of the game we really started to play a bit. And if we just got the ball through a few phases in the start of the game, we could have shown what we're capable of. And it's just unfortunate we left it to 10 minutes towards the end, and you saw we started to play ball, we got the ball through the hands, started running a switch here and there, started putting our moves together. So that's a positive we've got to take out of it, but we do need to really have a look at ourselves, and we need to look after the ball. That's the most important thing.
Talk to us about half-time. The first half seemed like we were getting no rubs of the green. I mean, what was said?
It wasn't negative at all. It was all positive. We had to basically carry on what we were doing, and we had to just have faith that it was going to come. And so we went out with a half-time. We were all quite confident, and unfortunately it didn't seem to. Well, carried on. The momentum carried on in their favour, didn't it, for a while? So.
Do you think we were forcing it too much? A lot of ball went down, good conditions today. Must be very frustrating as a winger to see the ball keep on going down.
Of course. Well, it is frustrating after the second phase and third phase if we're not keeping the ball. It's so frustrating. I don't necessarily know if we forced it. Maybe just concentration, lapses in concentration caused the cough and ball. But I wouldn't say we forced it. I just think we were at the start when we didn't get the luck of the draw, when ball just made breaks here and there. When maybe then we started to try and force things, but I just think it was concentration at the end of the day ultimately that paid the price.
The big games keep on coming.
Yeah.
None other than Newcastle Falcons next Friday night.
Do you know what? We look forward to it. I'd rather play Newcastle next week than someone who supposedly is easier. I want to get out there, and I think the boys want to get out there and prove a point down there. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great occasion. So I think as long as we put right what we did wrong in during the week, then we should be all right.
Thanks for your time, Steve. Cheers. I also managed to grab a word with Mark Atkinson. Well, just spoken to James Stevenson. He was philosophical at best, but it's almost difficult in the aftermath of something like that to find positives. Yeah. But we've got to. We got to get back in it because the games come thick and fast, don't they?
Yeah, I think it gives us a perfect opportunity next weekend going up to Newcastle. That's almost it's almost the easiest one to do of the season because everyone goes up there thinking everyone's going to lose. So you go up there with no holds barred. You just go up there and play a bit of rugby, and it's almost the perfect medicine after that. It gives you a chance to just try stuff, and I think today there's not really anything you can say. We didn't get any ball in the first half, and that's not pointing the fingers at anyone in particular. We just for one thing or another we didn't generate ball first phase, and at the end of the day, if you do that against a quality side like Bristol, you're always going to struggle.
They were a quality side today. Credit to them in the second half. They snuffed out. They sort of strangled us. They sort of suffocated us in a way. And credit to them. Started to break up. We started to see glimpses towards the end. Is that what you hold on to?
No, we can't. Not a quality side like Bedford. We can't be holding on to glimpses at the end. I think they did pretty much similar to what they did away. And just the difference is today's a dry day. This is our perfect day for rugby, and we can't let a side dominate us at the breakdown like that. First phase possession the first half, and just them smashing the breakdown first and second half. Really takes away any sort of quality ball that a side can produce, and that's what we live off. Really, everyone knows that what sort of rugby we want to play. Not to say we can't do the hard yards, but we know what sort of rugby we want to play on a track like today, and they just didn't give us any chance to do it.
So where does that leave us now? I mean, Mike talks about the fact that almost the playoffs have already started. People jockeying for positions. That result today makes it interesting. Yeah. That push towards the end of the season, towards the playoffs.
Massively, yeah. I think that gives us the kick. Everyone's starting to look, saying, "Oh, Newcastle's won it. Bedford Nottingham in 2 and 3, and then there's a fight for fourth." But I think that today's that's just proved that Newcastle are way out ahead, but below that anything can happen. Still, we've got 5 or 6 games to go, and I think we've now got to knuckle down and say that's our one-off, and from there we've got some home games coming up, some very winnable home games, and we just have to take some form into the playoffs. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. Cheers, Mark.
Cheers, mate.